Welcome back. Thank you, as we always say, thank you so much for tuning in. You are the most important part of this dynamic, and it's been an awesome show. It
Absolutely.
Really has
the
been
energy is
one.
great. It's so good.
It's so good. So let's talk about, I think, one of the hardest things to talk about right now. Money, 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 to help us with the burden of crippling circumstances like debts. I think many people can relate to that. Compulsive spending or a loss of income that the majority of South Africans are facing. Far too many people. Nedbank is using the powerful medium of film with their short film titled Money Secrets. The secret is out to start a conversation around our relationship with money. It's a lifelong relationship, and to inspire a new perspective and a more confident financial future. So many boxes being ticked there. Let's take a quick look at one of the stories from Money Secrets.
They're breaking my back every day to give you everything that you want.
This is not what I want.
I guess I thought I had it all under control,
Listen,
Don't touch me. Fix it.
but it got away from me.
Is there nothing we can do?
You're not getting out of this easily.
I'm done. I'm done.
Tabang, it's Ben. I think I've lost everything. We're bankrupt.
Wow, powerful stuff. Fluby bringing the things. Joining us this morning from Nedbank is Group Marketing Executive Head Ntabiseng Macheka. Welcome.
Thank you so much.
Does that make you feel the same way? That can you?
Still, and I've seen it a number of times, and it's still quite chilling.
My goodness. So obviously from a visual perspective, from an emotional perspective, really powerful stuff. But what is the overarching message that you as Nedbank are trying to bring across among South Africans?
Well, as Nedbank, at the heart of it, we really believe that when people can learn how to manage their money well, it can really have a lasting, very positive and catalytic impact on their lives. And we wanted to find the most powerful way to really get South Africans to start talking about money, because it definitely is one of those hardest things to talk about. And for a while now, I think we've been on a call to try to help people see money differently. And what better way? And you saw not just the powerhouse cast, but really the story that really puts a mirror, I think, up for most South Africans to say we're one of the most indebted nations in the world. Whether it's the story of a small business who's trying to look successful rather than concentrate on being successful, or a parent, actually, who's just trying to really get their kids an education and probably make some wrong turns in terms of the types of investments that they take up. How do we get South Africans to go beyond just understanding the money story from a rational debit and credit space and really get into the space of understanding their relationship about money and some of those unconscious beliefs that we have about money that really limit the kind of money decisions that we make?
I think the first thing to understand is that no matter how dire as that situation in that short film depicts, that there is a way that you can turn things around, but it does start with a very intimate relationship, as you say, and you've taken this to the full extent that you possibly could. You've actually dealt with a psychologist in the space who is going to become the Nedbank Financial Wellness Coach. Can you tell us a bit more about that relationship?
So we've actually partnered with Dr. Tsepiso Matenji, who is a psychologist, and over the last few months she's worked with us to put together what we call money archetypes. And it's really a frame of reference and a framework that really helps people to understand what is it, either in their previous experiences over the course of their lives, that has led them to making certain types of money decisions. So in the framework, there are about 8 money archetypes that we go into. And for each of those archetypes, we walk you through the steps of what are some of the limitations to be aware of, what are some of the positive money secrets that as Nedbank we can share with you in terms of how you now become a more responsible borrower, a better saver, a better investor, for example.
Now, I understand that the Nedbank Money Secrets film explores 3 of those particular archetypes that you were talking about. Tell us a bit more about them and their relationship and the different relationships that they have with money.
Yeah, so in, for example, Ben's story,
this is the story that we've just seen.
Ben sitting in the car.
Yes.
Ben, we're there with you, bro. We were right there with you.
And when you watch the full film, you get to be taken through the story of somebody who's just started a small business, in the early stages becoming quite successful in terms of his finances, But then starting to invest in cars and buying expensive art and that sort of stuff, and neglecting to manage his cash flow, which is a problem that 82% we saw in the statistics of small businesses in South Africa get to suffer from, to say people haven't been able to manage their cash flows.
Yeah.
In the other two stories, we see the story of Amanda, who is really just trying to live it up. She spends more than she earns, which is one of the key messages that we're trying to get out, is to say 3 out of 5 South Africans actually spend more money than they earn. And she's really just trying to keep up with the Joneses, do as much as possible for other people. And the Graham, yes.
Yeah. Or the Graham.
And ends up really spending a lot more than
Yeah.
she should. And in the last story, we have the story of Sizwe and Alina. And Sizwe is really a dad with a child who has done very well in matric, has been accepted at university, and is trying to save as much money to be able to get him through his tertiary education, and make some wrong turns investing in pyramid schemes. And you see how 1 in 3 South Africans, when you consider the online populations, have actually invested in a pyramid scheme and lost money. Wow. So that's just 3 of the stories that we've chosen out of many, many stories in South Africa, to really put up a mirror for people to say, you know, this is where we are. How do we start talking about what really are our unconscious beliefs that lead us to making some of these money
My question is, can
decisions.
we binge watch?
Yeah, can we
binge watch
download
with
a season,
popcorn
and when is it going digital?
Wow.
You can.
What I love, and I actually thought it was, when I first caught a snippet, thought it was a preview for a new series coming out, because the production value is so high.
Yeah,
So you've got the conversation starter. That's set against the landscape of everyone preaching that we need more small businesses, we need entrepreneurs to put their hands up, but we don't often find out about the repercussions of making the bad decisions in that space, or about the tools that are there to help us make the right decisions, recover from moments like that. Where are you as Nedbank stepping in with the tools? What tools do we have in our arsenal, courtesy of Nedbank, to be able to start looking at a different relationship with money?
So we've looked at it in a 2-pronged way. The first way is that on nedbankmoneysecrets.co.za, you can firstly take the quiz to find out what your money archetype is. And Dr. Chapiso and there's a lot more. There's 8 of them. I mean, I'm the carer. And it really just shows you, you know, what are some of the pitfalls to be aware of? What are some of the positive money secrets that we can share with you? And what sort of educational tools we can already give you online on Nedbank Money Secrets for you to really help manage your money better. But secondly, at the back of it, and we specifically didn't go for a 30-second ad with a product plug at the end, because we wanted people to start talking.
Yeah.
But in September, we are reigniting our Greenbacks program to actually help you manage your money well. So for people, whether you're trying to be a responsible borrower, whether you're trying to just practice better management of your money, we actually throughout the process will be helping you and rewarding you and helping you reward society through some of our Nedbank affinities via our Greenbacks program.
Excellent. Well, Ntabi Singh, thank you very much for bringing us news of this very, very exciting, very powerful, very necessary conversations that we do need to start having. In fact, you at home can visit nedbankmoneysecrets.co.za to watch the full Money Secrets film, as well as take the financial quiz, where you can explore your emotional relationship with money, which, as we've discovered, also predicts your financial archetype. And that's a very, very important piece of information to have with you in terms of going forward and understanding your relationship with money, because Nedbank is here to help make a positive change with your financial decisions. But it is up to you to take that first step. I need to get some popcorn. Can we do it after the show?
I'll dig it. With the whole series, we've got to binge. Just do it.
Just like